What's up, people? Atomic Tofu here. Today doing a review of BingoToys BT-01 Waveman. Got this guy from Showz store. The design of the box, newsprint offset, little vague, some transmission noise as you would expect from Shockwave making this experience, making his appearance. Hopefully I can edit that in. Okay, let's open up this box. Again, I like to do these unboxings with you guys so I can see if there's any shenanigans going on. Hopefully there isn't. Okay, no tape for this box, which is great. Let's see what we get. Minimal waste of packaging. You know, this is very small spacing for the sides. There's nothing. There's no extra or extraneous spacing to protect our figure. But seemingly, this figure looks like he's in good shape. So I will pause, get him out of his blister coffin, and be right back. First thing we want to do is open up the chest. Push down the head, bring the horns back. Close it up. Move the shoulder blades down. Vents back. Bring the shoulder panels out so that we can bring the arms up. Open up the forearm panels. I feel that it is best to rotate the fist around before pushing them in. Rotate the upper arms around at the bicep. Bring the arms up. And it's almost like we want to line up these divots here with the horns, almost like that. There's really no tabbing into place, but I use those as guides. Kind of straighten out the arms, and then we can tab the side panels in. We can rotate the torso 180. Rotate these panels 180 as well. And they tab in. Now we can work on the feet or the legs, lower legs. Untab the calf pieces. Split one leg. They both are basically the same lower half. They both transform and I think are exactly the same. Push that to the back. work on one for now. Yep, it just kind of just stays there. No further transformation. Okay. Let's split these legs apart more. Okay. Now we'll just split this one. Bring these two panels together. So once they tab in the front, you can finish off with the back tabbing together. And that's a sprue mark that I left on. A sprue mark, not a sprue mark, but a sprue I left on, just in case it ended up being a tab. Okay, we can tab this together. Now, more challenging bit is the upper half of the leg. Let's see if I can get this foot transformed. You want to swing this portion back. Around. And then this tab goes into the back half. There you go. Then, let's see if I can close this up. And this tab goes into the front portion. That's it. I'm going to have to undo that. There's a spring. So I'll have to undo that because I have to get this turned around. There you go. Tab that in. That's tabbed in. Start finishing up, straightening up and cleaning things up, tabbing in bits here and there. Purple hip skirts tab into the back of the legs. Tap those in. Back pieces here, you know, they'll tab into the back there if you haven't done that already. Those little tabs there. Or little circular bits there. That again. So those there. Those here. Okay, and I think that's it. Now let's get down to the front canopies, magnetic bits here for the sides. Let's see how I can get this on camera. There. Let's see if I can do it at one time. I think I can. Okay. Oh, there you go. Not too bad. Okay, wedge those bits in. Let's make sure they're nope, not quite even. So let's see. There you go. That's it. Okay. Tabs down. Okay, there you go. Now let's finish off with the spring. somewhere on top and somewhere on the side to the front later, or here. Yep, back in the middle there. Kind of makes sense. Pick the bit in the middle. Yep, that's out of the way. Okay, and there you have it. BingoToys Wave Man on their Shockwave, Bumblebee Shockwave. Okay, I'll transform this guy back and you can do some comparisons. Right. Okay, so BingoToys BT-01 Wave Man. Once again, thank you Show Z Store for getting me this copy before Chinese New Year kicked in. So, 恭喜發財，恭喜發財，祝夢南海. And so, oh yeah, thank you very much for getting me this before the new year, and it shut down everything. So let's see if I can get this without using his magnetic switch. So the manual calls for AG01s. I put in, or AG0s, I put in AG1s. I kind of shoved them in there, right? So let's go ahead and take off his spring. Now, anyone who's concerned with this figure's robustness need not concern themselves. This guy has minimal transformation. The only thing that really splits for transformation is, let's see if I can get this off, is the legs or the calves. Right. So you're kind of aiming for the back of the head there. Friction jointed, no ratchets, but you really don't need it because his frictions are pretty strong. Bicep rotation, elbow 90 degrees, 80 degrees, 85 degrees. Full waist rotation. He has the ab crunch, very good ab crunch. So this guy can really double as an action figure. Look at that. Flaps out of the way. So leg articulation is limited because of his thick thighs. Double jointed knee, right? And tilt, ball joint. Foot, no issues standing whatsoever. Now, of course, I'm not sure if it's a part of the design, but these guys do have small, tiny hands. You can look at his hands. He's a big figure, but he's got tiny hands. Tiny hands. Okay, first comparison up at that is Mechanical Alliance's Sonic Warrior. That's the sound wave. Both these guys have the same type of design. Big head, hippie, and small, tiny hands. Right, this guy's pretty big. With small hands. Right, they're both hippie, as you can see. And this is the way to do weathering. So this is weathering, where things are aged, right? They're stained, but there's nothing else. There's no dry brushing. You just throw on there, right? This guy here, he's got the wash. He also has the dry brushing. A little bit random, haphazard, right? Put this guy to the side, back. Let's go with Cyber Era's Bumblebee. I think that's a good scale. He's tiny. This guy's pristine though. There's no weathering, no aging, no lining, no washes. Okay, put that guy to the side. Bring out Starstorm, Cyber Factory, Starscream. I think, so I'm not sure if we had proper scaling or not, but I think in the movie, in the Bumblebee movie, when these guys were on the rooftop, they were the same height. Like they were skewed. The horizon wasn't straight, but they appeared to be the same height. He is a jet after all. So, so for this guy, he was, let me see if I can do this. So, put this guy to the back. for this guy, he has a lot of panels, right, to fold in, accordion out. So, but his legs were fairly decent, you know, fairly decent. That guy to the side, and second to the last Fire Scorpion, almost the same size, almost the same beefiness, maybe even beefier, right? Leader of the Autobots, so that he can fight against Shockwave's forces. Right? It is interesting that their detailing is similar. Of course, that is based off, that's faithful to the CGI. Hip skirts are similar. The back detail is similar. Of course, this guy's back scapula covered up by those purple panels that you can see. Similar as well. The legs, similar, right? Of course, the feet as well. Feet are similar. And now the final comparison is Cloud 9 Quick Blast. Quick Blast is tiny compared to the big boy. But he ages well, you know. Nickel is beautiful. And this guy, of course, also has friction joints with ratchet joints. Okay. So, the only thing really lacking for the new BingoToys Shockwave is this pulse cannon for the hand. That's the only thing that's really lacking, unless, of course, you want to consider this new version as the pulse cannon. Okay, and that's all for me for now. Thanks again, Shoji Sor. Later. Bye. Yeah, Matrix. Oh, so the two little pads of foam in here. Yeah, I don't even know what that's for either. Yeah, so it could be just two little pieces, two tiny pieces. It could be. I mean, this guy stands pretty fine, right? Let's see what happened to give him anti-skid pads. If anything, they could go here, right? But I don't think he needs it. 4 foot, maybe. Yeah, I don't know. Let's see if it's in the head. I don't know if it is or not. Maybe it's to keep the module in place, because it just kind of sits in there. So it sits in there from the back side. See what the back side looks like. Yeah, so if anything, it'll sit on the sides. Just cushion on the back. Yeah. You can put it on each side here. And then wedge it in. And wedge it in so it catches. Matrix does have one side, concave side, convex side. Vice versa. I forget which one is which. Anyways, this is the hollow side. And then it kind of just fits in there. He's hiding it, stashing